legislative framework of corporate governance of India in India. Some of the Underwriters and Companies Act we have discussed. Rotation of auditor, woman director, then committees of the board. So these points we have discussed. Now, next point into the your syllabus, that is the CB, Security Exchange Board of India. So that is the second point from your syllabus that today we will discuss. Some we have some introductory part, how the CB work, what is the objective of the CB, functions, powers, and objectives of CB that we are going to discuss today. CB, Security Exchange Board of India. Generally, we are very much aware about that BSE, NAC, that controlled by the CB, Security Exchange Board of India. So we'll see some of the history of some of points from the history, and we will go with some objectives. So SEBI stands for Security and Exchange Board of India, is an apex institute of investment in India. So whatever investments are done into the Sensex or market, that can be governed by the SEBI. Before SEBI, it was the Capital Issue Control Act 1947. So it was the act, but now we are calling as a SEBI. So earlier it was a Capital Issue Control Act in Act 1947, but now we are calling as a SEBI. So SEBI nothing but Security Exchange Board of India. But it was insufficient to monitor, check the malpractices of the stock market. As a result, the need for property regulated security market was felt. Therefore, the government thought a resolution constituted SEBI to promote healthy and growth-oriented securities in the market. So SEBI has started. So Security Exchange Board of India, earlier it was a Capital Issue Control Act 1947, but there are irregular investments are done by the customers, or maybe there is a need of proper governance system on investment. So government has taken an initiative and they have started with the CB that fully controlled on the investment and the company. So that can be governed. Their transaction can be governed. Market transaction can be governed by the Security Exchange Board of India. So what are the objective of CB? Why CB is there? So why there is a need of CB? What are the objective of CB? Security Exchange Board of India. The first objective, to protect the interest of investor in securities. To protect the interest of investor in securities. So it first objective. Second, to promote development of the securities market. To promote the development of securities market, new trends, new technologies can be implemented. So the functioning of the particular market, it can be convenient, easily usable to the customers and maybe the company owners also. So this is the second. To regulate securities market, yes, this is a one more objective that can be very important objective, that to regulate the securities market. So to govern, to control the transaction between the customer and the particular company, and that can be governed by the CB, and that there is a need of regulation, there is a need of control. So that can be done by the CB. For these above matters, these are some objectives of the particular CB. First, to protect the interest of investors. Investors should secure while investing into the particular companies or into the market. To promote development of the securities market, maybe the development of technology, development of users, development of some new things into the particular security market exchange board. So that can be done, and to regulate the securities market. So see that all the transactions are performed according to the norms and regulation or not, or regulatory. So checking. So that can be objective of CB. So next. Second, for the management structure of the particular CB, management of the board. So chairman will be there. Then two members from the Ministry of Central Government will be there. Hello. Okay. So structure, chairman should be there. Two members from the central government will be there into the management board of the CB. One member from the RBI. Five out of that, three shall be whole-time members. पांच में से three members should be whole-time members into the particular member. Then term of office may be prescribed. Appointment may be terminated at any time before the period of giving notice in writing of 3 months salary. Can remove a member insolvent, unsound mind, or convicted offense involving moral meetings, decision taken on the basis of voting, equal vote. So these are the some how the members can be formed, how the organization structure can be formed. So these are the some draws. Now, what are the functions of CV? So what are the functions of CV? So there are basically three functions, major three functions, and what are that? CV first, protective, developmental function, and regulatory function. Protective, developmental, and regulatory function. So these are the three basic functions of CV. So they are performing these three functions. They are working for that this particular protective function, development function, and regulatory function. So what mean by protective function? So protective function, nothing but as the name suggests, the then next, what are the functions of CB? So as the name suggests, the main focus of the function of CB is to protect the interest of investor and security of their investment. So that is a very important function where the CB is giving a guideline. So how to invest in which companies, what are the companies should be disclosed information, what information they have to disclose, what are the things they have to mandatory disclose or mandatory things they have to given in the website. So that thing we can be function of the protective function. So a customer can go to the information given by the particular company, then and then he can invest their money. So it can be protection. It can be protection to the particular customer. So first, CB checks a protective function. CB performs following function. What are the functions they are performing? CB checks price ringing. So price ringing, what do you mean by price ringing? We'll see that. So CB is regulating, CB is controlling the price ringing function. So what price ringing means? Some people manipulate. Price ringing means some people manipulate the price of securities for inflation and depressing the market price of security. So there are some people are there. We can call it as a entry of the particular person, agent entry. We can say that. Automatically the prices of the particular securities are increasing and maybe decreasing. Tremendously it can be increasing. So that can be possible or that can be done. So how does that control that thing? Maybe CB prohibits such practices to avoid fraud and cheating which can happen into the investor. So क्या होता है कि prices drastically it can be changed. And maybe it can be reducing, it may be reduced or it can be increased. So drastically it can be changed and it can affect the investor investment. So that type of things can be controlled by the CB, Security Exchange Board of India. So this is the first, that price ringing can be controlled by the CB. So maybe if you see that today, or yesterday market, if you see the yesterday's market, have you seen what happens yesterday in exchange boards, NSE, BSE? What was the current Sensex? Nifty Bank कितना था, क्या हो गया? Anyone? Those who are keeping interest in share market. What is the current price or what is the current Sensex? Anyone? Anyone know? Yes. Sensex कल क्या हुआ था? Market up था, market down था? Anyone? Is there market was up or market is down yesterday? And why it is happened? Anyone in the class? Yes. Hmm?
Yesterday market was down.
Yes. Why? Any? Yes. Then, first, that can be protective duration, that is CB checks price thinking. Maybe there can be agent entry can be there. Maybe if you heard or I don't know how much you are interested. But yes, there are some entries are there. There are some companies are there that manipulating their prices by increasing the prices of their shares, or maybe they are decreasing suddenly they are decreasing the prices, so they can get the benefit of that. So this is that types of control can be done. So maybe the we can say that it is price increasing, and there can be a it can be agent entry done by them. So second, CB prohibits insider trading. So CB prohibits insider trading. So CB can government any person which is connected with the company, such as a director, promoter, workers, etc., are called insider. Due to working in the company, they have to sensitive information which affects the prices of the securities. Such information is not available to the people at a large, but insider gets the full knowledge of the by working in such company. Insider can use this information. So those are working in that particular company, maybe they are not allowed to do the trading. So this is a and that control can be done by the particular CB is controlling that activity. Then third, CB prohibits fraudulent and unfair trade practices. So this is a third function into the protective function. That CB always restrict the companies which miss a misleading statement, which are likely to induce the sale purchase of securities by the any other person. So restrict the companies which make a misleading statement. So maybe the providing a false bank statement, providing a false balance sheet also, maybe the fake news into the market. Maybe you are very much aware about that. If fake news into the market, they will they can viral it, and automatically the prices of that particular product or that particular share can increase or decrease. So that can be done. So the such types of news or such types of things can be controlled by the CB. CB is going to control. Maybe there should be some punishments for that. Maybe the some penalty can be given to them. Maybe they are can be removed from the that exchange. So the listing can be cancelled. So that can be done. So then fourth, CB sometimes educate the investors so that people become able to evaluate securities and always invest in a profitable securities. Yes. So now you can see that lots of demat account holders or demat accounts also, those are providing that demat account services. They are also conducting a lot of training. You are getting the mails also. That these are the securities, these are some analysis. You can sell as a customer, you can go for the analysis and you can invest your money into the profitable securities. So we want the knowledge, and that knowledge for the investment can be provided by the Security Exchange Board of India by arranging some training program, maybe some session on that live session, maybe they're providing some study material to you. So that can be done by the CB. So first, that is a nothing but educate the investor. This is also one function of the protective function of CB. Then next, SEBI issue guidelines to protect the interest of debenture holder. SEBI issue guidelines to protect. Issue the guidelines to protect. So also SEBI will issue the guidelines to where to invest or what where to invest, what is the procedure to invest or debenture, what are the things, what are the reasons, what are the things we require to invest. So that everything can be they are going to give you. So they are providing you guidelines. Everyone that they can read it and then only they can go for the investment. So that is next. Then SEBI is important to investigate cases of insider trading and has a provision to fix, fine and imprisonment. So if such types of things are happen, yes, I am working into the company, that particular company, and their share prices are there, but still I'm doing a trading. Then maybe the against that the case can be filed, and maybe he can taken into the consideration or taken into the custody for the next. Now, SEBI has stopped the practice of allotment of preferential shares unrelated to the market price. SEBI has stopped the practice of making preferential allotment of shares unrelated to the market prices. So next, development functional or development functions. So what are the things are included, or what are the things are included into the development function? So under development function or developmental categories, following functions are followed by the SEBI. So what are the things they have included? SEBI promotes training of intermediaries of the securities market. So development promote training of intermediaries of the securities market. So they are providing training to the customer, training to the intermediaries, training to the companies also. That how you can list it, your share. So that can be nothing but educate other how to perform the transaction or operation. Next, SEBI has permitted internet trading through registered stockbrokers. So SEBI has permitted, nowadays we are doing the stock trading through the permitted brokers only. For example, lots of brokers are there, maybe the third parties are there. Maybe you can go for the Zerodha, then Sharekhan and others also. Banking software, those who are giving a platform to trade the particular share. So that can be also provided by the various companies. Now SEBI has permitted internet banking. SEBI has provided internet banking or internet trading. SEBI has permitted internet trading through the registered stock exchange or registered stockbroker. So internet trading, yes, from mobile phone also we are doing the internet trading. A mobile phone also we are doing the trading. So mobile trading also possible through the registered stockbroker. So we have to open a Demat account, and Demat account where we are opening, maybe in Zerodha, maybe in Sharekhan, maybe some other trading account. If you open that account, and that facility you will get. This is not only I can open in this particular.
Yes. एक क्वेश्चन होता सर माझा.
सर
एंजल ब्रोकिंग सर ट्रेनिंग देऊ शकते का आपल्याला शेअर मार्केटची?
देतो ना, त्यांचे असतात ना व्हिडिओज.
नाही सर, मग काही फ्रॉड करू शकतात का सर बरं समजा असे?
कसले?
मला सर आता कॉल आला थोडा वेळ पहिले. मग ते म्हणे की मला एंजल ब्रोकिंगचं म्हणे तुम्हाला फ्री क्लासेस आहेत म्हणे शेअर मार्केटचे. तर सर मग मी म्हटलं सर चालतंय. तर ते म्हणत की थोडं प्रोसिजर आहे म्हणे त्याच्यासाठी. तुम्हाला म्हणे आमच्या रेफरल थ्रू म्हणे रजिस्ट्रेशन करावं लागेल म्हणे. डमी अकाउंट तयार होईल म्हणे तुमचं.
डीमॅट अकाउंट. डीमॅट आता येस. मग काय सांगितलं तू?
तेच मग सर मी म्हटलं सर बघतो म्हणलं मी थोडस इन्फॉर्मेशन काढून मग बघतो म्हणलं मी. मला काय माहिती नाही म्हणलं ते जास्त.
आता तू फॉर एक्झाम्पल आपल्याही क्लासमध्ये असतील आता इथे विद्यार्थी की त्यांचे डीमॅट अकाउंट जनरली असतं सगळ्यांचं, म्हणजे असावं लागतं. जर असेल ना तर आपल्या इथं ना त्यांच्या फॉर एक्झाम्पल झिरोधाच्या याच्यात पोर्टलमध्ये गेलं ना, त्याच्यात त्यांच्या याच्यात आहे तसा ऑप्शन की तुम्ही त्यांचे व्हिडिओज आहेत की कोणता चार्टचा काय फायदा आहे, किंवा आपण कोणते शेअर घ्यावे, कोणतं अनालिसिस करावं, किंवा अनालिसिस केलेले मेल्स पण आपण जर शेअर करायला असेल तर तुला डेली मेल येतात त्यांचे. जर तुला हे केलं असेल तर तुम्ही सबस्क्राईब केलं असेल किंवा तुम्हाला त्याची ते घेतलं असेल ना, यू विल गेट अ डिटेल्ड अनालिसिस ऑफ द पर्टिक्युलर शेअर्स ऑल्सो, तुम्हाला माहिती असेल तर. आणि त्यांचे ट्रेनिंग वर व्हिडिओज पण आहेत. जनरली त्यांच्या ऍपमधूनच मिळतात ते ट्रेनिंगचे व्हिडिओ. असं एखाद्याला म्हणजे फोनवरनं शक्यतो तुम्ही कोणती डोंट शेअर एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन विथ अदर. डायरेक्टली तुम्ही स्वतःचं अकाउंट काढलं ना, अकाउंट मध्ये तुम्हाला त्यांचे मेल येतात आणि तिथून तुमचं ट्रेनिंग ते दिलं जातं त्यांना. म्हणजे आता तर ऑनलाईन ट्रेनिंग ऑलरेडी त्यांचे रेकॉर्डेड व्हिडिओज आहेत ते तुम्हाला मिळतील आणि तिथं ते करू शकता. सो हा म्हणजे सांगण्यात येतोय की स्टॉक ब्रोकर्स ऑल्सो दे आर गिविंग अ नॉलेज those who are having the demat account. For example, if I have a Zerodha account, Zerodha demat account, then maybe Zerodha is giving a free training to you. मतलब free training nothing but pre-recorded videos, maybe the some data sheets, information that can be shared with you कि आपको कैसे करना है. So how to handle, what charts are there, what analysis we have to do. So that things can be provided by the stockbrokers as well as CB also. You can visit the CB website. Surely you will get the lots of videos you will get or some connection you will get. So reports can be you will get. So that is there. But before that, you should have a demat account. It can be done. It can be open. You can open online also. Upstocks, if you heard the name, some of you, Upstocks, anyone heard? Zerodha also there.
हा सर.
Zerodha Upstock आहे, Zerodha आहे, त्यानंतर शेरखान आहे, त्यानंतर एंजल ब्रोकिंग पण आहे.
5 पैसा
हा
5
5
पैसा
पैसा
पण
आहे, 5 पैसा आहे. आता अपस्टॉक वगैरे म्हटलं तर फ्री मध्ये होतं आणि ब्रोकिंग चार्जेस मे बी लेस आहेत. म्हणजे असं म्हणजे त्याचं आता कंपॅरिझन सांगणं डिफिकल्ट आहे. परंतु झिरोदा आहे त्याचे चार्जेस कमी असतात, मार्जिन कोण जास्त देतं. सम शेअर स्टॉक ब्रोकर कॅन गिव्ह maximum margin, some stock brokers give minimum margin for the intraday, for the that thing. So depends upon the facilities, functionalities. You can go any stock brokers and you can open the demat account. That can be one thing, but it can be done through the authorized person, or better way, you can visit to the website of the particular stock broker and you can apply online. No, there is no need to send any physical document to them. Everything can be done. Or processing, opening the demat account nowadays, it is done online. There is no need to send, or some agent will come to your place and he will take a sign in the form. No need of that nowadays. Now they can open the demat account online itself. So such types of frauds are happening nowadays. You will see that lots of frauds, SMS, phone calls, we are getting lots of phone calls. So be aware about these particular phone calls also. क्या ऐसे बहुत सारे कॉल आते हैं. So they are telling it is a free. So we are happy that we are getting in a free and we are registering for that. If you register for that, maybe we can sharing our data to them. So this is the things are happening. So while doing anything, be sure that yes, it is from the valid source. It is coming. It is from the right source I am getting. So better way, you can take a second opinion. That is, you can go for the website. You can go for the Google, search for that website or search for that particular application, download it, and then you can go for the process. So अभी phone call पे, SMS पे बहुत भरोसा देना नहीं है हमें. So lots of fake calls and fake SMS also coming to your mobile phones. So but point is that yes, nowadays brokers also, stock brokers also giving you the training, giving you the knowledge. They are also telling you the investment tips, how to investment, or maybe they are going to help you if you have a fund, if you have a money in your bank. They can tell you that you can invest into this particular shares in this particular quantity. इतने शेयर के इतने क्वांटिटी ले लो, इतने शेयर के इतने क्वांटिटी ले लो, आप इसमें करोगे तो इसके बाद इतना मिल जाएगा. So that things can, they are advising. So now call is custom, call is for you only, that customer. So customer can take a decision and they can go for the investment. But yes, CB has a permitted internet trading. Internet trading nowadays, yes, we are, earlier it was telephone trading was there. आपने देखा होगा कि the investor, they are calling to that particular BSE or representative, those who are there, and they are doing the transaction. But nowadays your mobile phone, it is there, and the things are internet based and it can be connected live trading. You can do to the bank. So some of you students already they are doing this thing. Okay, CB has made an underwriting option to reduce the cost of issue. Underwriting optional. If you see that आपने शेयर वगैरह परचेस किए होंगे, सीओडी लिया होगा आपने, नहीं you have taken a share, we are not done intraday, intraday नहीं किया होगा आपने और शेयर परचेस की तो आपके अकाउंट पे आ जाएगी और you will get a mail also. You have done you have purchased that much shares from this particular company, so that can be get a thing. So CB has made underwriting option. Underwriting nothing but we can call as a legal document between the investor and the that particular company. So they have options. Even initial public offer of primary market is permitted through the stock exchange. Initial public offering, nothing but IPOs. Nowadays you will see that lots of IPOs has been come and still it is in a queue. For example, LIC is going to come. LIC with IPO they are coming in this month most probably. So they have their rules and norms. So that can be. Then third is the regulatory function. So what mean by regulatory function? Protective function, development function. Now regulatory function. So these functions are performed by a CB. This function is performed by the CB to regulate the business in stock exchange. To regulate the business in a stock exchange. To regulate the activities of a stock exchange, following functions are permitted. What are the protective functions can do the things? So first, CB has framed rules and regulations and a code of conduct to regulate has intermediaries such as a mechanic, bankers, brokers and underwriters. CB has framed rules and regulations for everyone. किसके rules क्या है, किसके responsibilities क्या है, क्या करना है उनको. So that is already framed. Now third, these intermediaries have been bought under the regulatory preview and private replacement has been made more restrictive. The next, register the regulatory. CB has registered the regulate the working of a stockbroker, sub-brokers, share transfer against the trustee, merchant bankers, and all those who are associated with the stock exchange in any manner. Those CB register and regulate the working of a mutual fund. It will also focus on a mutual fund also. Then next, CB regulates takeover of the companies. CB regulate takeover. So merger and acquisition. You have seen that if there is a merger acquisition or some takeover is going on, then it can be controlled by the particular CB. Then CB contact inquiries of the firm. So this is the next, or this is the last point from the objective function. First is a intermediate have been bought under the regulatory preview. Second, regulate the takeover. Third, register and regulate the working of mutual fund. Mutual fund, if there is there, then that also controlled by the Security Exchange Board of India. Then next, what are the other functions can be performed by the CB? What are the other functions? First, registration and regulating working of a stockbroker, sub-broker. So registration of that. Registration or registering and regulating working of a stockbroker, sub-broker, share transfer agent, banker to issue trustee deed. So these legal things with the customer, legal things with the companies, that can be performed by included into the other function. CB also perform the function of registering and regulating working of a depository, custodian of security, foreign institutional investors, and credit rating agents also. So these are some parts. Then registering the regulating working of venture capital funds and collective investment in including funds. Then promoting and regulating self-regulatory organization, promoting and regulating the self-organization. Then same calling for the information undertaking inspection, promotion, inquiries, and audit of a stock exchange, audition of stock exchange, that can be done by the CB. Then conduct research for any matter described. Conduct the research for any matter described. Research करते हैं वो. Then calling information from any agency to institution, bank also. So these are the functions of Security Exchange Board of India. So regulatory function, development function and then protective function. Protective functions of CB, protective function, development function, and regulatory function. Protective function, development function, and regulatory function. So this is the CB, so Security Exchange Board of India. Now we'll go to the PPT. Now we are going to discuss CB guidelines. What are the CB guidelines? Some of the guidelines we have discussed already. Some of the points that is not discussed, that we will discuss in this particular chapter. So what are the CB guidelines? CB guideline can be given to the IPO and primary market, IPO and primary market. You are very much know about the primary market. Then Company Act. Company Act already we have discussed. Then merchant bankers. Then next underwriters, stockbrokers and sub-brokers to the issue, banker to the issue, registration to the bank, registration to bank and to registration to bank, registration to customer. Then next banker to the issue. Then next investor protection and education, investor protection and education. Venture capital and foreign investment also done through the these are the some CB guidelines. First is the IPO and primary model, Company Act in merchant banking. Then next foreign institution. Now we are going to discuss public offering, primary market, Indian public offering and primary market. So, Indian public offering and primary market, first point. So, we'll see that minimum offering of 25% of a post-issue capital to the public. Minimum offering of a 25% of the post-issue capital. This requirement was relaxed to the 10% first for the IT sector. Later, it was relaxed to the all the sectors. So, 20% of the post-issue capital to the public, 25%. Then IPO issue size up to 5 times of pre-issue shall allowed only of those companies having a consistent track record of making a profit of at least 5 years. So last 5 years में किसी को profit हुआ है, they can increase the size of IPOs also. Time for finalizing the allotment of shares and refund has been reduced from 30 days to the 15 days. Now, if you get a share, then within a 2 days, or most probably within a 24 hours, that particular management can be controlled. Then third, next time for finalizing, then issue shall be open within a 12 months. Issue shall be open within a 10 months from the date of issue observation. Issue observation letter by the CB. Then next, should disclose price band at least 2 years a day before the opening. 2 years day before the opening. So these are the some initial public offering some guidelines. The next CB guideline for the merchant banking. So CB guideline for the merchant banking. So what is my merchant banking? The merchant banker may be in the form of bank. The merchant banker may be in the form of a bank, a firm company, or even a proprietary concern. So it can be banker, merchant banking. It is a firm or company or bank also, proprietary concern. It means service banking, which provide a non-financial services such as arranging for fund rather than providing them, arranging some fund rather than providing. So such types of things can be done by the merchant banking or particular agents also. The next, what the merchant banker is allowed. What is my merchant banker? Then the merchant banker is allowed to perform underwriting activity. For performing portfolio management, the merchant banker has to seek the separate registration from the SBI, separate registration form from the Security Exchange Board of India. Second, a merchant banker cannot undertake the function of a non-banking financial company such as accepting deposit or financing order. So merchant banker है, that they are not performing any transactions or any thing. A merchant banker has to combine or confine himself only to capitalized market or capital market. CB will give authorization for a merchant banker to operation for 3 years. CB give authorization for a merchant banker to operate for the 3 years only. 3 what's the minimum net worth of merchant banker will be should go rupees 1 lakh, 1 lakh 0.5. The next merchant banker has to pay authorization fee and annual fee or renewal fee. The next, any violation of by the merchant banker will lead to the revocation of the authorization date. So these are the some guidelines. So that can be help to the customer to invest into the right company or right shares, so they can get a maximum profit from it. So while issuing a public offering, so these are the reasons or these are the points to be considered, and they have to take the decision. So yes, CB guideline, merchant banking. So next, underwriting will be next point. So underwriting. Here we will now it's a 12 minutes are there. Okay, we'll finish underwriting also. So underwriting services are provided by some large financial institutions such as banks, insurance companies, and investment. So underwriting services are provided by some large financial institutions such as the banks, insurance companies, and investment houses, whereby the guarantee payment in case of disclaimer or financial loss and the receipt of the financial risk for the liability of arising from such a guarantee. And underwriting means legal document that can be signed by both the parties of the particular company and a customer owner. So these are the things will be required. Then third, an underwriting arrangement. And underwriting arrangement may be created in a number of situations. Underwriting arrangement may be created in a number of situations, including insurance issue of security in a public offering and bank lending. Then the person or institution that agrees to sell minimum number of securities of the company. So underwriting is nothing but legal documents between the customer and the investor or maybe the company. So for the selling and buying the thing. So that can be done. Then third, underwriting is the process. Underwriting is the process through which an individual or institution take on financial risk for a fee. Fee pay करके हमें we can do the things, but it can be a risk for getting the things done. Now, fourth, typically involves the risk most typically involves loan, insurance, or investment. The term undertaking this risk most typically involve loan, insurance, or investment. The term undertaking originated from the practice of having each risk taker write their name under the total amount of risk they were willing to accept for the specified premium. So this depends upon the particular personality, how much he is capable to share the risk, and he can do the thing. So this is the underwriting. Now, what I mean by CB guidelines? So in that CB guidelines already, what is underwriting we have discussed. What is underwriting is an act of guaranteeing by an organization for the sale. So it is an act. According to that, they are mentioning that that much we are going to give the return on that. So this is the underwriting. According to the Companies Act, when companies according to is an act of guarantee by organization for the sale of certain minimum amount of shares and debentures issued by the public company. According to the Companies Act, when a person agrees to take a share specified in the underwriting agreement, when the public or others fail to subscribe for them, it is called underwriting agreement. For this purpose, the underwriter who guarantees for the sale of shares is given compensation. Then CB guidelines for underwriting. According to the CB, the number of underwriters should be decided well in advance by the issue. Permission full be granted. And after finding out the net worth, the underwriters and their outstanding commitment. The stock exchange where the security is going to be listed must also be informed about the arrangement made with the underwriter. So 25% of each class security must be offered to the public, and the remaining 75% the following method of form allotted. The next, CB has a instructor company allot three major categories. First is the QIB, refers to qualified institutional binder, and HNI, high net worth individual, and third, individuals investing less than rupees 1 lakh. So these are some CB guidelines. We have discussed some introductory part of CB. So while performing any investment into the share market and all this thing, we have to take care about that. Is that we are getting a valid information? Is that whatever documents are presented that are right or wrong? Check the various functionality, and then only you can go for this particular thing and do the transaction. So yes, so here most probably we are finished with the fourth chapter, that is CB we have, and here we are finished with the fourth chapter most probably. Some of the part is remaining, but that things we are going to take in the next class. So fifth chapter is only case studies are there. So we'll discuss in detail how the case, what are reasons, how to solve the case studies, or what are the things are there that we have to study, and come with some. We can come with some solution that can be done while discussing a case study. Some of the case studies are there already. So I'll read the names of that particular case study. Case study are there. Corporate governance failure at RICO India, Rebulling Lost Trust, ICICI Bank. One case of Chanda Kochar we are going to discuss. Maybe we are discussing in classroom also earlier. Government at Infosys, governance at Infosys. Then next, then corporate governance global concept. These are the books are there given by the university. Most probably all the books are present. These are the books you can for that cases are there, and in books also that particular cases are available. So you can refer the case. I also share the these particular cases to you. So Chanda Kochar case, then Infosys case we have already there. Infosys, the corporate governance offered well. Then corporate governance in India case study by Satyam Computer, we have already discussed some introductory part we have discussed in the initial classes. Then Tata Group of and Cyrus Mystery dispute, that also we have discussed. So these are the cases also available. That case we are going to discuss. So fifth chapter is only totally on a case, and one and fourth chapter some of the risk management ERM वगैरह हम पढ़ेंगे next class में, and some international corporate governance, international corporate governance, that things we are going to discuss in a fourth chapter. So most probably fourth chapter will finish by next in this week, or if I'll get one more lecture, we can finish fourth chapter, and remaining only one chapter, that is a fifth. So that is a case study. So I can share all the PPTs with you, as well as I can share some objective questions to you. So MCQs related to the subject with you. So that can be for the study purpose. So 21 students are present. So I want to take attendance. So please switch on your camera. Those who are starting their cameras, only those students can be present. Yes, Simran Kaur present. नाम लिया, आप बंद कर दो कैमरा. जिनका नाम लेते हैं उनको बंद करना कैमरा. सिमरन कौर, योगेश present. योगेश मुदलियार present. हाँ, present. हरीश present. पल्लवी present. तेजस present. 8 हो गए. No, तेजस present no. सूरज महाजन 10. अंतेश्वर 11. चैताली 12. चैताली present. सूरज महाजन 13. तेजस पवार हो गया ना 13 to 14. Then your name? I'm not getting your name. Only 14, 15 students are there. Anyone left? एनीवन लेफ्ट? माइक सबका खराब हो गया है क्या?
No, sir.
तो कोई बोलता ही नहीं है. अगर खुश आहे,
सर
सागर आनंद आहे म्हटलं, एकदम खुश आहे दिसताय. काय रिझन काय? 14 तारीख झाली म्हणून का?
नाही सर, सोबत मित्र बसलेला आहे.
अच्छा, ठीक आहे. बोलत राहा क्लासमध्ये कोणी, सगळे एकदम शांत असतात की काही कळत नाही की काय चाललंय आणि काही रिस्पॉन्स येत नाही. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला कळतं काय नाही कळत हे प्रश्न पडलेला असतो आम्हाला. फक्त 15 विद्यार्थ्यांनी फक्त कॅमेरे ऑन केले. त्यात आता माझ्या इथं अटेंडन्स मध्ये 21 प्रेझेंट दिसते. 6 विद्यार्थी कुठे आहेत हा मोठाच प्रश्न आहे. मोनिका ओके प्रेझेंट. 16 व्हॉट्सअपला टाकलं का अनऑफिशियलला? देवेंद्र शिंदे मीटिंग गेस्ट. ठीक आहे, चलो थँक्यू.
थँक्यू सर.
Thank you, sir.
थँक्यू
sir.
थँक्यू.